All right, and sound check. All right, I hear it. We're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Redline Racing League. This week, coming to you from the short track in Virginia known as Richmond Raceway. As always, up in the booth with me to start this one off is the man himself, Mr. Mark McAttack.
Alrighty, how are we doing, sir?
Doing all right.
Good, good. Well, as you said at the top, we got Richmond tonight. Should be a really fun race, a little short track racing. And also, I want to announce too, we have our championship race for the in-season tournament between Danny MD and Hoosier Boy. So I want to wish those two good luck, and hopefully they have an awesome race between those two. But other than that, I'll go ahead and I'll go through the starting lineup here quick before we get going. Starting on the pole, we got Savage Bear, who ran a hell of a lap. Congrats to him on the pole. Starting second, we got myself, Mark McAttack. Starting P3, we have Danny MD. Starting fourth, we got Dunlap. Starting fifth is B Million. Starting sixth, we got Chief TP. Seventh, Doing Work. Eighth is Dark Knight. Ninth, we have Team 95 Motorsports. 10th is P. Fulton. 11th is JRC Indy. 12th is Hoosier. 13th is Cole Trickle. 14th, Shady Acres. 15th, Dog Pound. 16th, Hootie Hoo. And then rounding out the field who didn't qualify is Rowdy Davey, starting P17. So, got a nice size field tonight. And again, thing to keep in mind again is in-season tournament wraps up tonight. The championship battle between Hoosier Boy and Danny MD. So should be a fun one. And other than that, I think I went over everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll get the show on the road.
All righty, brother.
All right, thank you, man.
Yes, sir. All right, looking here at the pre-race interview. Sorry, I completely brain farted right there. But looking at the pre-race interviews, everybody ready to kick off this second half of the season as we get ready to go here at Richmond. Cole Trickle done to be so happy to be done with all the road courses and the dirt tracks. Ready to hit Richmond. Mark McAttack looking to avenge the lag out he had at the All-Star race. A lot of guys, surprisingly, not really. Some drivers not as confident as others. But man, what a lap by Savage Bear, kicking it off strong. Just JRC Indy. Concrete. Woo! Oh, boy. Mix everything there in the pre-race interviews. The drivers get ready to go for what is going to be a 112-lap event here today. We'll see how the championship bracket for the in-season tournament will go. We'll take a look at nope, that is team points. We just want regular points. And we'll bring that up and look right through it. And right now, Mark McAttack still your points leader, still only ahead by just 63 over Savage Bear. And he does get a pole added to his tally. That's his first pole on the season, too. So the 8 truck looking to have one hell of a run. Davey caught in a bubble. The 41 having to start from the back. He is 116 points out the lead. And right there with Chief. Chief only behind him by 2 at 118 to 116. So the battle for third really tight now, as most of the field already back to that regular season mindset of getting points. Meanwhile, 2 of these guys are in a different list. And we'll be keeping a close eye on Hoosier and Danny as we go on throughout this event right now. Still getting through the drivers meeting. I will also warn you, my allergies are hitting me pretty hard, and they've been causing me to go into some pretty heavy coughing fits. So that way you guys don't hear them. I might be there will be a couple of times where I do some sporadic muting, just so that way y'all don't hear me, die. All right. Getting the invites, that means that the clock is starting. All right, and here we go. We're getting the clear to join. Savage Bear is definitely asking me to check out his paint scheme. But here we are. Look for your driver here in the tally. If you're a driver in the race looking at this back, look for your name, because it's going to look a whole lot different once this thing is all said and done. And we will have an in-season tournament winner that we will also bring up into the booth to interview with the top 3, or hell, maybe they'll be in the top 3 and we don't have to worry about it. This is Richmond. We've seen some crazier things happen on this track. And here we go, the 8. Oh, Savage Bear. I think it's an homage to, if I had to take a guess, the Scheme Junior won the 500 with? I don't know. I'm probably way off, but it's a Dale Jr. throwback. But Savage Bear breaks away to the race lead. Danny MD. Oh, looking at some 3 wide behind him. B Million, Chief, and Dark Knight. We gotta find where Hoosier's at, mired back in traffic. He has got some work to do in order to get himself up there with the light teal number 63. I want to say it's teal. I ain't no artist. I'm just taking wild guesses here. But right now, it is Dark Knight and Chief side by side through 3 and 4. Dark Knight going to win that battle, and he will be up into P6. Here comes P. Fulton in the 16, taking advantage of a truck stuck up on the high line. Savage Bear holding Mark off. Meanwhile, Dunlap misses that high line, and there goes B Million up to P4 in the 74. Chief up into the wall. The quick second I saw that looked like a minor coming together between the 2 drivers. But the 16 is clear to 7. And everybody else pretty well single-filed at this point. Hoosier right behind the 88. JRC Indy, that is for. He is in 10th right now. As the game decided I don't deserve engine noise. So, awesome. Savage Bear now through 8 laps as he crosses the line, completing 7 start of 8. Still your race leader and by a considerable margin. But there's anything I know about Richmond is it's good to be fast, but it's better to be consistent. Very few straightaways, very long corners that just blend in to excuse me, that just blend into that tri-oval. This is really the only straight shot you get, and it ain't a whole lot. So really being consistent is what matters. Danny MD trying to hold on to third, under fire by B Million. B Million really starting to strut his stuff in the later weeks. Had a really good job at really good race at Mid-Ohio. Was not available for the All-Star race. And is looking to have this one starting off just as well. The game still doesn't believe I deserve engine noise, so that's cool. Starting to get it back now as Hoosier still not able to get by Indy. I can tell you he's going to be throwing the kitchen sink at that truck. Because Danny MD is going to be one to beat. Meanwhile, up at the front, Mark taking a peek to the inside of Bear. Bear protecting the bottom. If Mark's going to get by him, it's going to be from the top, but you can't. But protecting the bottom could put you in a little bit of a rough spot. Here comes B Million through to P3. Danny MD now to 4th. Now B Million can set his sights on the 2 leaders. Mark trying to keep the pressure applied to the 8 of Savage Bear. The laps flying by a 34-lap stage. We just completed lap 14, now on to lap 15. So 20 to go. Oh, I thought Savage just slipped up right there. Mark was going to get to his inside, but unfortunately for Mark, that did not happen. Oh, we just saw B Million catch a lot of apron there. That shot him up a lane. That allows Danny MD back to his inside. Danny MD trying to get home to 3rd. But look at B Million holding strong on the outside. It is not impossible to defend your position. It is very difficult, though. And you see now Danny MD goes through to the 3rd position. Dark Knight now starting to really close in on these 2 in the 00. And that looks like JRC Indy coming in for his 1 stop of the stage, along with Cole Trickle. Very interesting. Take a look at some of the drivers in the back. Here's Rowdy Davey. Chief now on to pit road. Moving up to the field is now doing work, and Chief are on pit road. Savage Bear and Mark McAttack probably going to be on a very similar schedule here. Wow, I'm having a stroke. But yet to come down is JRC Indy on the inside, exiting pit road. Now here comes Dunlap and P. Fulton on to the pits. Team 95 getting passed up by Rowdy Davey. Now we're getting all these lapped trucks mixed up with all these guys on the lead lap, so we'll stick right here with your top two, as I know exactly where they are. Everybody else, I kind of have to figure it out. Here comes P. Fulton and Dunlap, and this is what the 8 wants to see. Mark getting stuck behind a lap truck. Indy doing his best to stay on the bottom here. It is also kind of the racing line. Whoa! And here we go, race leader down pit road, Mark McAtack doing his usual thing of not coming down. As P. Fulton looks like he is having some, oh, into Chief. Now, when Mark McAtack comes down, it is one mandatory pit stop in this stage. There is Danny MD. Mark McAtack down pit road, could not come down the last time as he was pinned up to the top. So we couldn't get to that inside line, and when he did, it was far too late for him to commit to pit road. So had to stay out that one extra lap. Now we ride on with Savage Bear. This is to get his lap back. And now this will be for position this time around. Mark out of his pit box. We'll see how much time he lost by staying out an extra lap on older equipment. He lost quite a bit, actually. Ooh, Indy. Now we can watch as these last 8 laps, now 7 laps unfold. We'll see if Savage Bear can hold on and take this first stage. 7 laps to go. Oh, excuse me. Also, wow. Who's on pit road? Somebody's on pit road. Who is it? I believe it might have been Rowdy Davey. Rowdy Davey's the only truck that was on pit road. He was your race leader, I believe. Now Savage Bear will be your race leader. As I was apparently 15 seconds back, we are now with 4 laps to go, so that was awesome. My stream must have lagged a little bit. Put me 15 seconds back, but yes, 31 of 34. Now 32 as the 8 crosses the line. Laps complete here in this stage. They are flying by. Now, as we come to, I believe it's 2 to go. Yes, 2 laps remain here for the 8 of Savage Bear, coming up on doing work in the 23. Now the lap truck doing in between Mark and Bear. Mark is closing in. White flag, 1 lap to go, riding on with Mark in second. And I don't think he's got the time. If he had 2 or 3 more laps, it would work. But it will be the 8 truck, a Savage Bear, crossing the line and winning your first stage. And it was actually, I might have been completely wrong. It says Mark finished 4th. It is Danny M. Oh my goodness, what a start to stage 2 we have for us here today. It's the 2 racing for the in-season tournament on the same equipment. 1 on the high side, 1 down low. Danny MT and Hoosier, and then it's Mark and Savage in behind. Mark will take over the 3rd spot over the 8 of Savage Bear, but the 2 leaders remain equal. But now Hoosier slips out of the groove. He'll get into the wall. I need to turn my volume down on my phone. Savage Bear, though, mired back in traffic. Hoosier trying to cross over the 20, and he will do just that, and he will pin Mark to the outside. This, the best Hoosiers looked all day, running P2. Savage Bear able to clear whatever tomfoolery is going on behind him. Hoosier through to second, but Danny MD running away with the start of the stage. And man, I did not know how hoarse my voice was until I can barely even scream. Now Savage Bear into the inside of B Million in the 74, trying to hunt down that 20 truck who's trying to take the peak to the inside of Hoosier, and he will get there. Mark sees the red and white 8 coming. He knows he needs to get on the move and put a truck in between them. But Hoosier's not yet done with the 20 either. Took a peek through the tri-oval, had a better exit at a 4. But Mark better on entry into turn 1. Meanwhile, Danny MD continuing. And P. Fulton stuck way up on the outside line. That serves nobody any good right there. Doing work, starting to move his way up through the field, now sits in P6. Meanwhile, Savage Bear underneath the 12 of Hoosier. And now sees the 20 in his sights. The 8 truck knows he can be faster. He knows he's got the consistency. Now it's all about just running down those laps, smooth and crisp. to be able to run down Mark in the 20. And as Mark tries to run down the 63 truck, that is your race leader. Now your bracket sitters are first and fourth as they run on the track. All right, battle for the lead starting to intensify. Sorry, I had to take care of something real quick. But Mark now putting the pressure on Danny MD, your race leader. Danny missing turns 1 and 2, and Mark clear to the race lead. Pressure applied. And now Savage looking to take advantage of MD's mistake and get by him as well. That is exactly what Hoosier Boy wants to see. And that is exactly what happens. Bear through to second. So we're already 13 laps. Completion of lap 12 on to lap 13 of 32 in this stage. So, going to be probably about 55 laps, I'm guessing. Give or take, handful. But, of that final stage. Who is a little bit in the back? Rowdy Davey. Oh! Howdy, Davey. Now, Savage trying to run down the 20. Had a really good 1 and 2. Helped him close that gap. Meanwhile, Danny MD starting to see a whole lot more of Hoosier. Hoosier trying to run him down. Hoosier having a good couple of weeks. Able to get himself into this spot in the in-season tournament bracket. Right now, having drivers come down pit road, going to shuffle up the field a little bit. Danny MD counting down the laps to when he's going to make his pit. I can tell you Cole Trickle is on because I'm watching him. Yes, the 55 truck is on to pit road. Mark starting to have the better consistency here between him and Savage. Savage was closing in on him by a good click. There you go. You see the 8 and the 20 pitting together. Danny MD and Hoosier both decide to stay out. So very interesting decisions by the drivers that are sitting in what is now the first and second position. Davey also staying out. And they're continuing to stay out. Very interesting call here by these two. And these are the kind of things you can prepare for. Plan on a caution-free day, which it has been, besides the first stage, which you can always plan for. You can set up a pretty decent strategy. There is Mark. There is the 8. And I believe we can confirm that Savage Bear got himself into some penalty trouble, as he is nowhere near Mr. Mac Attack. What kind of tomfoolery are we going to see from these two? It looks like, here we go. Oh, well, Danny's pitting. Hoosier staying out along with Davey. Oh! That might have just ruined Hoosier's day. Team 95. Oh, Cole Trickle. At least the 12th stage. And now Davey down pit road. Wait a minute. No, that ain't Savage Bear. I was going to say, I'm like, wait a minute. There's a white and red truck behind the 20. I'm like, that was Savage. I'm like, did I completely just mess it up? And I'm like, no, it's Shady Acres and Dog Pound that are behind the 20. So Mark now has to get through the next 5 laps. Oh, your race leader was on pit road. It is the 20 now, so actually 4 laps to go. Coming to 3 now. So 3 laps to go for Mark McAtack to be able to win this first stage or second stage. Wow. Turn that down. Danny MD mired back in traffic. There you see the 12 of Hoosier. He sees the 63. It'd be a lot closer. But we'll go back to Mark, who crosses the line to take the white flag. 1 lap to go here for the 20 truck, and he is well and clear away from anybody else who could challenge him for the position. So he will come out of turn 4. And Mark wins your first or second. Wow. Mark wins stage 2. Danny MD comes through to second by the looks of it. Well, this looks like it got all jumbled up, so we're going to wait to see the full order here. Cool. Yet again, I don't get to see the top 2 or top 10. I can tell you it was Chief, B Million, and Team 95, 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's about the best I got. Oh, doing work up here with the big boys. So that's cool to see. Doing work, starting to improve on his position. Meanwhile, we are back green. Mark leads him to it. Danny MD, a horrible corner. They're 4 wide. Ooh, Savage Bear in the middle of it. Hoosier and him have it coming together. Now it's doing work in the second. Dark Knight. Oh, Chief! Big crash! No yellow. Chief saying he was punted in the corner and got shot up into the outside wall. Will be reviewed post-race. We will figure out if anything will come of that. I don't know. I couldn't remember who was even around him, so I'm useless. Now Hoosier Boy sees his target 3 trucks ahead. And Mark starting to run away with his Dark Knight is now through to P2. Doing work down to 3rd. Oh, potentially farther as Danny MD will look to move up that 1 spot. And then he will also look to take Davey with him as well. Oh, a little bit of a checkup, though, by the 63. And now the 41 has a 74, and he is pinching him heavily through the tri-oval. 3 wide into turn 1. What a run by the 74 B Million. He'll take a 2-for-1 special right there. And now Savage Bear looking to make his way through. By the 41 goes the 8. Oh, a little bumper by Hoosier. He's got something to race for. 41 actually had a pretty good 1 and 2 up there in that second lane. How will 3 and 4 manage? And he will actually get by the 8. That is incredible. Meanwhile, we'll go back up to the front of the field. I think I just ran us all the way back to the tail end as Dark Knight still sits in second. Danny MD third. But man, you just cannot take your eyes off of this for a minute. Doing work. Now getting into it with the 8 of Savage Bear, who's stuck on the outside. There's Hoosier in the 12. And Chief really struggling on the inside. A lot of front end damage on that 24. That might have just ended his day. Any good chance at a finish I think that 24 had is out the door. And we're following this lead, this battle between the 12 and the 8, because A, it's the only one on the track, and B, it is quite juicy as they've been side by side pretty for a good click now. The 88 tried to pounce. JRC Indy tried to get by Bear on the inside. But Bear already shut the door before Indy even had a chance. And Mark McAttack pressing home the advantage here. There will be 2 pit stops, I believe, in this stage. So plenty of chances to muddle up the field a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see how any of that's going to transpire. Meanwhile, this little battle here between MD and Dark Knight. Starting to get juicy up here. Oh, Dark Knight has a bit of a misstep at it too, but stays ahead of the 63. Now, too high entering turn 3, allows the 63 of MD to his inside, and now move Danny up to P2. A little bit farther back, Davey and B Million, who have already had some pretty rough running early in this final stage. Chief down pit road, gonna fix his damage. Oh, and Dunlap and Hoosier. They'll bump into the corner. Oh my gosh. There goes Hoosier coming down pit road. The 12 down. B Million is in. The 55 of Trickle is also down pit road. Mark on pit road. Danny MD elects to stay out. Along with Dark Knight and Davey. So, a couple of different strategies here. We'll have to see how they all pay off. You expect it to be Hoosier also on pit road. Yes, the 12 is down pit road, ready to get his stage 3 service completed. He is now exiting pit road. MD now sees his tournament bro directly off his nose. Seeing if he could try and put him one more lap down. Why not? Trying to get my bloody engine noise back. Dark Knight is down. Trying to get back to MD here, who's still yet to pit. Or have an engine in his truck. Oh, there we go. As MD makes room for Cole Trickle. We got 17 to go. Is it one mandatory stop or is it two? And remember, we've seen MD pull off these crazy last stage pit strategies in order to get the wins. So we'll see what the 63 has in his little sleeve, up his little sleeve, to try and maybe steal another one. We only have 15 laps to go. Sorry, 14 laps left. And Danny MD, I think, is still yet to come down to the pits. And he is. He has still not made his last stop. At this point, it's going to be his last stop. I did not get the mandatory pit count. I'm just rolling with it. But what a run by this 63. I mean, he still has to pit. But man, he is really rolling those dice. I think right now, too, is he's saving tires. And here we go, below the dotted white. The 63 will finally make his money stop. Now, I don't know who's in second. I'm going to go with Mark. Oh, Danny MD is already back and moving again. I literally went the entirely wrong way. There is old Mark McAttack just now getting by. Yes, Mark McAttack is your race leader with 9 laps to go. Danny MD falls back to second. It is a long way. Next driver is Dunlap and Cole Trickle. Those side by side for position, but what a run here by Danny MD. Really putting the work in here. Trying to get himself that in-season tournament. Mark running away with it pretty handily right now. I do not believe that that truck behind him is for position. No, that is Shady Acres. We got 6 to go. Now 5 laps remain for Mark McAttack before this one is over. Here is B Million. He sits P3. And behind him is a whole gaggle of trucks just fighting for position. I believe that is Savage Bear. That is Savage Bear working his way back up to the field, but into a fight now with doing work in the 23. Now we got 3 to go. Mark took the 3 to go that last time by. Now this time he will see 2 fingers in the air, or the 2 ones by the flag man, signaling 2 laps to go. And what a run by Mark McIntyre. Had to fight off what was a very good Savage Bear in stage one. Did not get the stage win, but he comes out of here, sees the white flag, 1 to go. Didn't get the stage win in stage one. Fought back through stage two. Led almost every lap in that one. Started a little bit mired in this stage, but he will now come out of turn 4. See the checkered flag wave, and Mark McIntyre is apparently not done racing yet. So this is the white flag to get 1 lap to go. And now Mark will see turns 3 and 4. And he will win at Richmond. Danny MD finishing in second. B Million third. And it looks like Davey fourth. We'll get the full rundown. It was Davey fourth, doing work, rounding out the top 5. Dark Knight 6th, Savage Bear 7th, P. Fulton 8th, 9th is Hoosier Boy. Team 95 rounding out your top 10. And with those results, that also means that the winner of your in-season tournament is Mr. Danny MD in the 63 finished P2, while Hoosier finished in 9th. The first in-season tournament in league history. And your inaugural winner is that Teal 63. A little bit of a coffin fit there, but we're going to try and get your top 3 in the booth here. Also, shout out to Ugly Ames Girl. What a name. There is Mark McIntyre. Hey, you think you can get the other 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. Well, Danny won it. I'm gonna bring.
No, I know.
And he finished top 3 anyways, but I'm gonna bring Hoosier in too, if that's okay.
Okay.
He can, since he got second. I'll still let him have an interview.
Yeah.
Million Danny Hooge. All right. Yep. They get invites.
Fantastic. I also need to clean out my 5. The vents are getting a little hairy. And there is MD, who finished in second. And then we just need Hoosier and...
Hoosier's here. We just need Bobby.
Right. I'll tell him to pitter patter. My wife decides to throw everything. There's B. So now we can get this post-race little soiree underway, and we will start with the driver who finished in P3, and that is Mr. B Million in the 74.
Yep, it was a difficult race. I think I complained for the first time this week, but didn't have a great truck, had a good truck, but we'll never know because can never keep to the bottom or have enough space to keep it there. People would go underneath you. So but come away with the third was a great night, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Richmond is a pretty hard track to race at. I mean, you were in traffic all day. What was the difficult part about having to maneuver through that just to be able to keep your track position?
Well, if you could just stay clear and you could run your line, you could gain on the guys in front of you. But I get it. I know there's slow draft and everybody's gear is kind of the same. And I kind of like to have a higher entry, and so that makes it difficult to pass. And then it also leaves me vulnerable to people getting a run coming up underneath you. And I just hope Chief, I didn't screw him off at the end. I hope. Um, but at the end, I had gotten pushed up enough to where I said I'll do the pushing, and I hope I didn't ruin anybody's night by doing that. But
Yeah, but I
and
mean, oh, what?
no, and coming through the traffic was difficult because everybody's so close. This league's great. The drivers are great. Everybody makes a mistake every now and then, and that's forgivable. But uh, I started up front. I thought I was going to stay up front, but everybody was making good changes. I guess I wasn't making enough, but I'll take third from what I had. I'll take it.
Yeah, and I know the points battle that you're in right now is an extensive one, and a third place would definitely help you out in that. Is there, I mean, are we starting to. I know you had a good run at Mid Ohio, another good top three here. Are we starting to get back into it after having a couple of breaks in this season?
Well, my daughter just recently started working, so I've had to pick her up on Tuesdays right at race time, so I didn't get to make a couple. But apparently, they're working on her schedule and they're going to allow me to race, which I hope. You never know. But I feel like we got a great group of guys. Everybody runs well, and you got to be on your game every night. And if as long as I can make it, I try to be as good as I can be. But there's a lot of good racers in here, so from week to week, it's always different, and that's a good thing. So, but again, I want to apologize if I ruined anybody's night. It wasn't intentional. Uh, I'll just say I was more aggressive on the last run than I was the first two, and that was just you race how you race. So I apologize if I ruined anybody's night, but thank you.
All righty, brother. Well, hey, congratulations on your third place finish tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week. I seriously need to get better at pulling up what the schedule is.
Watkins Glen, you're
Walker's
good, buddy.
Glen.
Oh, yippee! We'll see you at Watkins Glen.
Yep, thank you.
Excuse me, and that will move us on to your second place driver, and not only your second place driver, but your inaugural in-season tournament for the Redline Racing League winner, Danny MD, in the 63.
Thank you. I had a good car. Let me know if my mic is working. I'm on the PlayStation 5 now, and I don't know if my mic works and it records.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah, I don't know if it does or not because I watched one of Mark. Yeah, I was watching one of Mark's.
Nope, you are good. I hear you.
Okay, can you?
Yep.
All right, 10-4. Good deal.
All right, but hey, man, I mean, you had a truck that was very much a top three truck. I mean, what else did this thing need to potentially get you to a win? Potentially. I mean, I know you were really focusing on the in-season tournament, but I mean, dude, you were right there.
Like I said, I had a good truck. I had my plan. Mark, I debated on the last run. I had to take a whole can at the end, so I went ahead and took right side tires. I was hoping to get by with just a splash, but I wouldn't, and take no tires, but that wasn't going to happen because I needed more gas. So since I was taking a whole can, I took right sides to go with it. But I
Yeah.
finished out good, and it was a good. To me, I didn't have no issue. Everything was rolling good. Little bumps here and there, but that's understandable. I don't have no issues with that. When I see somebody coming up on me that's faster than me, I gave them the inside lane. I stayed up high and let them go. I was running my pace. I was on my own schedule, so if they wanted to go burn theirs up, I let them burn it up. I was going to save mine.
Yeah, and walking through this, the levels of this in-season tournament and all the rounds you had to go through to get to this point. I mean, your consistency right now is, well, this is just a testament to how good it is among the best because you were able to outlast all these other drivers, Mark, Hoosier, Indy, all these other guys. I mean, is this really like a big shot of confidence for you, knowing that you were able to, in a way, outlast some of these guys over the past handful of weeks?
Um, we got a group of a lot of good racers in this group, and I'm going to just say I don't have luck, but I had luck tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes, what's the old saying? It's better to be lucky than good.
Sometimes.
All
Sometimes.
right. Well, hey, man, congratulations on
Thank
getting
you.
your second place tonight, and a dual congratulations on getting the in-season tournament W, brother.
Thank you.
All right, and now that will do it for P2, and we will move right along into the race winner, which is, you guessed it, the number 20 of Mark McAttack.
Hey.
What's going on, buddy? Well, you had a very eventful race. You had to fight through traffic. You had a very interesting stage. Well, not interesting, just a very hard fought stage one because Savage Bear was giving you all you could handle. Walk me through this one for you.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a great race. Some minor incidents, but that just happens, especially short tracks. But overall, it was a good race. Stage one, Bear and I got bit by strategy from Hoosier and Danny. They pulled a great call, taking no tires, or maybe they took two. I don't know, but they definitely did the great strategy call, and they got track position over Bear and I, and they were able to hang on. So good run by them. So ended up getting fourth in stage one, which I'll definitely take any day. And then stage two was pretty uneventful, but Bear had a really, really fast truck. He was definitely, I think he was even faster than I was a little bit early on in the run. And then as the run went on, and then as the tires wore, I think I had a little bit better truck than he did, just over the long run. But no, he had a really fast truck, and of course with Danny and Hooge and Million as well. Got a lot of great racers in here, and as an owner, I always try to bring in the drivers that I know that I think will fit in well with this league and who will run clean and would race how I would want to be raced and how they would want to be raced. So, I think we got a really good group of guys in here. And overall, I think we took a little bit of an improvement tonight as a league, especially stage 1 and 2. Stage 1 and 2 went really, really well, I thought. Stage 3 got a little bumpy in spots, but overall, good race. And now we got Watkins Glen next week. Should be a really fun one. I want to congratulate, of course, Danny, not only on second place, but winning the in-season tournament. First time we've ever done this in this league, and I think it was definitely a success. And something hopefully we'll do in the future, in future seasons. And of course, I want to congratulate Hoosier as well on the second place. I know he got roughed up a little bit in stage 3 and kind of couldn't show his full potential, but still for him to get second place again in our first seasons, kudos to him as well. But Other than that, yeah, great race. Looking forward to Watkins Glen next week, and should be another good one.
All right, brother. Well, hey, congratulations on your win, and we will see you next week at the not the Glen. Sorry, I just had the Glen last night, but no, it is the Glen. Oh,
No.
hey, cool! I get another week of the Glen.
I would
Yay!
like to.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you.
Yeah, and I want to talk to Hoosier while he's here. And you got your ears on, brother?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know it wasn't the race you wanted to have, but you got to be proud of the effort you put in for this in-season tournament. I mean, to outlast all these heavy hitters, I mean, you definitely put the work into this. I mean, just what was missing from this race that kind of set Danny apart from what you had?
Well, I mean, first off, I want to say congratulations to Mark for the win, and Danny finished second, and then Danny winning the in-season. You know, that's my teammate right there. I made the smart move in the stage one to get me up there, finish in second. Stage two was going really well. Danny pitted. I was going to go one extra lap and try to do a clean lap with nobody in front of me. And as soon as I'm coming around turn two, somebody's exiting the pit, and they came up early, and they came into the track, and I got the back of them, took damage, and it ended up costing me, which that cost put me back a little bit on the restart into stage three. And after that, it was just chaos. If you couldn't start those stages in the top four, you're going to be struggling. Everybody, there's a lot of good trucks out there, but once you get clean, you get clear out there, and you can just run your lines like Danny was talking, you could get away from people. I just that one incident cost me a lot. Do I know if I had anything for Danny? I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. But that one kind of hurt. But I am very proud that I made it through to get into the championship round of the in-season tournament. So it's a good thing. I need to take the positive instead of the negatives and work forward to the Glen.
Yeah, I mean, you had to not only tackle the ovals, but you also had road courses in there too that you did very well at. I mean, like I said for Danny, you have been also very consistent through these later weeks. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have been in the final. So, I mean, is there a way that you can get that the motivation and that I can't think of the word. It's not motivation. There's a word in my head. It's right there, and I can't get it. But be able to carry this over into the later weeks, carrying the positive side.
Yeah, I definitely think there is. I mean, I had to just let this one go tonight. The stage three, the into stage one, into stage three, kind of. I'm not the happiest about it, but you know, it is racing. It is what it is. I'm sure I've benefited on other people's misfortunes that was allowed me to get further into that in-season tournament, which has also ultimately allowed me to gain points into the season. You know, finishing second in stage one, finishing I think fourth in stage two. So, you know, I'm getting points. So I can't be mad. I got to look at the positives of it. I think I'm slowly building a little bit more confidence into the
It was
trucks.
momentum. Momentum was the word I was thinking of.
Yeah. I do think I got some momentum going here for where I started through all three stages to where I think I'm finishing higher in the earlier stages and, you know, getting good finishes. So I think I'm there. I think I'm getting close. But I'm actually really excited. I have not driven the Glen and the trucks, so I think I did a little bit, but not enough. But I want to put some time into it, and I'm going to be ready next Tuesday. And I definitely want to, you know, top 5 in all 3 stages. That's what I want.
All right, brother. Well, hey, congratulations on getting through the final, and we will see you next week at the Glen.
Yeah, well, thank you again, Wallbridge, for what you do. It's amazing. And once again, thank you again to Mark for what he puts on here, and congratulations to the win, and Danny with the second place and the in season championship.
Absolutely. No, and real quick before you sign off, Wallbridge, I always want to thank you again, as Hoosier said. Thank you, Wallbridge, for all that you do, sir. Again, congratulations to Danny on capturing the in-season tournament. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Danny's one of the most consistent drivers on this game, and he's always been a great driver for us.
I make mistakes too. I'm human.
No, absolutely. But no, you're very consistent. You run consistent. You don't make very many mistakes. You don't get into people usually. I mean, you've always been a really. we have one incident
a couple weeks ago. I did.
There was that one.
I was going to say, hey, wait a minute.
We've all had that one, but hey, no, he's done great. Congrats to him, and congrats to Hoosier again. Going into the season, when I brought it up at the meeting before we started the season, everybody kind of took this in-season tournament with open arms, and we're very happy and excited for something different. And again, I want to thank all the drivers. Every driver that was in this league participated in it, which was awesome. So. Hopefully, again, we'll do it again in future seasons. And again, thanks to everybody. But that's all I want to say.
All righty. Well, now that everybody's zipped it up and we're done, we're.
Oh, there's one more thing. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, that will do it for us here tonight. What a week. What a night at Richmond. We had a close of the inaugural in-season tournament, won by the 63 of Danny MD. The race itself won by the 20 of Mark McAttack. Next week on the circuit, upstate New York, baby. We're going to the Glen. Very historic racetrack, and we look to put on a show for you guys as we do every week. But for this week, my name is Wallbridge. This has been the Redline Racing League, and we